Good morning. Good morning. There we go. Good morning, Beacon. It is good to be with you on this Sunday and this snowy day. I hope that you are somewhere warm and settled. I just want to offer a wonderful welcome to all of you who are joining us online as we are maybe not together physically. We are together in definitely virtually and in spirit and in mind and in values. And so it is an honor to be with you today. It is an honor to share in this moment. Please make sure that you greet somebody or maybe text somebody, grab your phone. It's okay to have that little moment and say, hey, I see you. I thank you for being here. And that is all right. So take a moment to do that and love yourself in this wonderful winter day. And at the same time, I want to give us some quick announcements. Super excited as we continue to move forward with our program year. This year, as you know, we do have some things that ended up being rescheduled or postponed for a later time. I want to let you know that as a result, the things that have been postponed at this current time, the afternoon music, it has been rescheduled for February 22nd at 3 o'clock. Okay, so if as you know, things have adjusted. I'm going to say that again, February 22nd at 3 o'clock. Also, want to remind you that the rapid response has been postponed. That meeting was supposed to happen today, but we are looking to get a new meeting going. So please stay tuned for that information. It will be coming to you very, very soon. And that, as for our announcements and postponements, those are the things that we want to keep in mind moving forward. As I said, my name is Reverend Jay. That is Jay as in protege. My pronouns are they and them. And for those I did not get a chance to actually share with you, I am wearing a black hat with a leopard print scarf around my head, and I am brown skin with a slight little beard and a turtleneck today. And I'm sitting behind this beautiful mosaic with warm colors of red and yellow. So I hope that you enjoy. And now we will go ahead and move forward in our program.
It looks like our worship associate, Rosemary, going to invite you to unmute.
Sorry about that.
There we go. And I have our chalice. Good morning, beloveds. I'm Reverend Dr. Robin Tanner. My pronouns are she, her. I am a white middle-aged woman with brown highlighted hair. And this is Rosemary Wright, our worship associate today.
And I am also a white woman with brownish hair, older than Robin. I'm speaking from my home office. Good morning, everyone. We invite you, if you have a home chalice or just a candle, to get it out and kindle it now. We begin our service with the words of Rabbi Abraham Heschel. During the 1965 Selma to Montgomery Civil Rights March, Heschel marched arm in arm with Martin Luther King Jr. When asked if he found time to pray during the march, Heschel replied, "I prayed with my feet," later adding, "I felt my legs were praying." For all the prayers and all the ways in which we pray, we kindle now the lights of our chalice.
Hello, you family. I'm going to sing a song with you called Shine on Me. It's an amazing spiritual that anybody can sing. And in these days when the things that we're dealing with, the feeling separate and all of that, and things seem so hard, this is one of those songs that you just throw your head back, put it in your medicine kit. All you have to do is ask. And here's how it goes. Shine on me, Oh, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Lift me up, oh, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up, oh, lift me up. Yes, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up. Oh, hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Oh, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse, please hold me close. Oh, shine on me, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me.
Good morning, Beacon, and greetings from Vermont, where we are waiting for that snow to arrive. My name is Sally Raymond, and my pronouns are she, her. A white woman in her mid-60s, and I'm wearing a bit of Vermont green. Beacon, and greetings from Vermont, where we are waiting for that snow to arrive. My name is Sally Raymond, and my pronouns are
Sally, it looks like you might need to
a
turn
white
off the YouTube
woman
link.
in her
It's somewhere on your computer.
I was wondering what was happening. Vermont, what we feared. Sorry. Greetings again from Vermont. What is important about what I'm wearing is the maroon stole that identifies me as a Beacon chaplain. As Beacon chaplains, we're committed to empowering each of us to create a community of care, one that actively supports and protects the inherent worth and dignity of all. And in the midst of fear, misunderstanding, encourage us to listen with compassion and sparks us all to both offer and receive acceptance and care. And one of the important rituals of spiritual care for our community is our candle lighting ceremony. Together, we light candles to recognize our joys, sorrows, and gratitude. This morning, we light a candle of deep sorrow. for Alex Jeffrey Preti, who was 37 and was shot and killed by federal DHS and ICE agents who pepper sprayed, beat him, and then fired bullets at him when he was already on the ground. I would lift up that Alex Jeffrey was an ICU nurse at the Minneapolis VA, a caring, concerned community member who spent his last moments attempting to protect his community. We also light a candle of unity for the people of the Twin Cities across Minnesota who are once again under siege by federal forces and violent human rights violations. We pray that the swell of resistance around the country will be sustained and that the solidarity will push ICE out of Minnesota and from every corner of our community. We also light a candle of support for everyone who is in the path of literal storms and freezing temperatures without adequate shelter or food or supplies to get through the days. May mutual aid networks and concerned community members rise together so we all make it through these storms. We light a candle of gratitude for Reverends Robin and Jay that they made it home safely from Minnesota after taking up the call to protest for a day of truth and freedom, and convened as part of the March Coalition to witness and demand an end to federal ICE aggression and to provide support to the impacted communities and, importantly, accountability for the killing of Renee Good. We thank you both for being beacons of truth and justice. And together we light a candle of hope, courage, and compassion to those in our beloved communities who are facing challenges and do not feel safe and secure. May we offer them sustenance and solidarity within our congregation and beyond. For this and so much more, we invite you to take a moment today to light a candle or drop into the chat someone or something that is weighing on your heart. Amen.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide, the darkness deepens, still with me abide, when other helpers fail and comforts flee. Help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. Swift to its close, ebbs out life's little day. Earth's joys grow dim, its glories pass away. Change and decay in all around I see. O thou who changes not, abide with me. We need each other every passing hour, channels of grace and life affirming power, faithful companions share this with me. Through all our fears and hopes, abide with me.
Okay. Robin will be doing the meditation as of right now, and I'm going to share the beautiful slides we have from this event.
Thank you so much, Rev Jay. And thank you, beloveds, for tuning in on, at least in New Jersey. If you are tuning in from New Jersey, a very snowy day. I hope that you are warm and safe where you are. And I hope that the sound of our words and this music is like a spiritual blanket this day, holding you even if we can't physically be together. We're going to share some images that Reverend Jay and I took photos as we gathered in Minneapolis with hundreds of faith leaders and thousands of people called by their conscience, as Sally shared, to declare that we must abolish ICE. ICE must get out of all of our communities, and that truly we belong to one another and we make our communities safe. In our initial gathering, we were greeted by Brother Jim Bear and reminded that when we were gathering in Minneapolis, we were on Dakota land. And he said to us, Matakwe Asan, which means we are all related. And so in this time of embodied meditation, I invite you to remember how connected and interrelated we are. You may want to look at the images before us. You may want to close your eyes in this embodied meditation. That's okay. Whatever will bring you into that sense of interdependence and interconnection. I am holding an object with me, a very small object that maybe if I bring to the camera you can see. This is a piece of sea glass. It's a piece of sea glass I found with my children on the beach. And it is a piece of sea glass that I carry with me whenever I go into a public witness, whenever I go into a place where we have been called to embody yet again the spirit of love and justice, which are one and the same. And this piece of sea glass, it connects me to my children. It connects me to the ocean. And it reminds me of my promise to return to them. So, as we begin this embodied meditation, it may be a photo that centers you. It may be your breath, that rhythm. It may be an object, perhaps one you can hold in the palm of your hand as you listen to the sound of my voice. We begin, if it is a place of ease and centering for you, we begin with our breath. We're going to try and take a breath in to the count of 3 and an exhale to the count of 4. Somatic teachers instruct us that this helps regulate our nervous system. So let's do that a couple times now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join with me again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now once on your own without my count. Here, notice the rhythm of your breath. Here in this alert stillness, even as the sounds of life perhaps surround you. Invite these noises not as distractions, but as invitations to go deeper, to be grounded to all of life that is about us, the sound of the snowplow, the driver who is making the roads safe. The footsteps of beloveds in your home. Even the wind in the trees on this blue boat home. Here in the stillness, draw your awareness to your heart center. And imagine with me in your mind's eye, there's a ball of light in that heart center. Maybe yours is blue, like my sea glass here. Maybe yours is glowing pink or white, a deep orange, whatever the color of that light is. Imagine it from however small it has begun starting to grow. Envision this light expanding beyond the physical boundaries of yourself. And with each breath, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend this light out, moving to encompass the living beings around you, whether that be animal or human, plant. Go out past the walls of the space that you are in. Perhaps your light has now reached that snowplow driver, holding them in safety. Now, beloveds, as we have the images before us, extend this light, would you, to the people of Minneapolis, to our siblings in Minnesota, holding the grief, the righteous rage and lament, holding to the tenacity of a people who will defend their communities in sub-zero temperatures that threaten to damage their skin and yet not take their spirit. Extend this great light. And know this light now, not as an imagining of our mind, but as the true state of our being. Interdependent, connected, belonging to one another. As Brother Jim Bear taught, and teaches, Matakwe Asan, we are all related. Blessed be. Ashe and amen.
We will now have a reading. I want to place you into a space with me. We had the wonderful opportunity to be here at the Westminster Presbyterian Church, and we were blessed to have the poet laureate of Minneapolis City, and she wrote a poem probably just a day before, I think, and in this moment, we will kind of be, I want you to couch yourself into a very large auditorium, as you saw in the visuals. I want you to be able to find yourself sitting next to people who are enamored, if you will, to an experience of a poet reading the fullness and the rawness of thought. Uh, and I want to invite you to engage even some aspects of call and response while you're in this space, because you will hear all of those things within this community. You will hear the motivation resonating throughout the crowd, and you will hear the very experience that she paints regarding an untitled piece. I am absolutely thrilled to share this piece with you. Give me a quick second as we load it up. Um, my stuff has disappeared. There it is. Pardon me, y'all. I am trying to make sure my sound is correct here. Oh, pardon me. I've seemed to misplace the video that I had.
Rev Jay, would you like us to go to the offering introduction
Let's
and
go
then
ahead
we
and do
can come
that.
back to the reading?
I do apologize. Thank you for that flexibility.
Morning Beacon. My name is Carol Satchel, and I am part of the social justice team. Um, we're starting the first of 3 in our series of social justice plates, and the recipient for these plates is going to be the Luminosa's Wellness Collective. The Wellness Collective is a place that is warm, welcoming, with a focus for care, equality, and radical joy. It's based in local roots and community care, with both of the primary providers being from New Jersey and also first generation immigrants. In their medical practice, they will be performing all trimester abortion, gender affirming care, and also comprehensive gynecological care. There is currently no place in New Jersey where people who need late-term abortion care can get that. And so these families are forced to travel to seek the health care that is necessary. Currently, Luminosis is working on finding a place to open their community-based care program, and they're raising funds. I met the providers, Dr. Brandy and a nurse practitioner named Kathy Obalo, at the Thrive New Jersey gathering. They're both dynamic, welcoming, and warm providers, and the type of healthcare that I think we would all like to receive. So for the next 3 weeks, the plate collection will go directly to Luminosas to support their ongoing work to open their comprehensive and welcoming clinic, which will be located in Hudson County. And they were planning to be with us today, but you're stuck with me because they couldn't quite make it because of the weather. However, in the coming weeks, we will have people from Luminosas come to talk to us. And I also put their 2-pager and a link to their website in the Sunday Chat Slack channel if you're interested in learning more and following this incredible group of care providers who are so focused on community and making sure they create a place that is safe, warm, and welcoming for everyone to seek very personal reproductive and other healthcare options. So thank you very much for your time, and please give generously to support this important initiative to continue to provide gender affirming and abortion as well as reproductive care to all the residents of New Jersey. Thank you very much.
Shine on me, oh, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me, oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Lift me up, oh, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up, oh, lift me up. Yes, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up. Oh, hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse hold me close. Yes, hold me close. So hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse, please hold me close. Oh, shine on me, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. All you have to do is just ask. The light is always there. Always. Always. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, now we will hear our reading from Jananda Petrus.
So far, this is called Entitled, and this poem might change. It's fresh.
I love it.
If it was up to them, the world would have no mamas, just motherhood. No dreams, just nightmares. No poetry, just profits. No passion, just power. No water, just drink the ache. Just exist, small, small. Just wait until heaven. Just be grateful. The plantation is your paradise. Just be grateful. Every day feels like a 3-card Monty with the soul of the universe. Is it too much to ask to come to this planet and expect softness and stillness? To have a life centered around mundane, to move on divine timing and sensual clarity. Can't sleep because you're wondering if they will snatch you in the street. On the way to the job, to your child's school, you can't sleep, you wondering who is getting snatched in the night. Mothers have to trust the softest parts of their hearts in the coldest and hardest world. Sometimes the way to tend to that existential dread is to be soft places for other mothers' children. Queer people are magical at making mothers from everything. Making temples of love in the heavy void. You know there's monsters everywhere. You trust that angels are everywhere too. You snuggle your child extra tight for all of those who can't hold their sweet babies in their arms. Mothers hand their babies off to other women to drive their kids to school so that when their kids return, home will be home. People are hiding in their houses, afraid for their face to see the sun, afraid that their brown and their darkness make them seen and targeted and hunted. In this country, you get paid 3 times as much to take children away from their parents than you get to teach them how to read. This is not new womb. This is not new womb. This is an old and well recycled womb. Those that were hunting and those that were hiding and scared, and so many who resisted. So many who resisted. Women in shackles comforting other people's children from their bodies. Native children in boarding schools, mouths forced into white man shapes, whisper and dream their true tongues. At Stillwater Prison, in a classroom of black and brown and white men, Muslim, Christian, witchy men, brothers, comrades, a coven behind walls. I asked them what's a mystical creature they would be. My student who was born in another land but now lives behind the bars of this country says hummingbird. Flickering electric blue wing, he held out his hand to show how small, simple, and harmless their needs are. Whenever I see or think of a hummingbird, I know it's my Grandma Pearl visiting me, talking to me in flutters and soft giggles, Florida water, royal blue 7-day candles, and calypso, stewed canned salmon with onions, garlic, tomato, and thyme, swift hands. She don't speak American to me. She speaks to me Trini and languid. She speaks to me about other worlds, lands, and feelings, and how she travels everywhere now, how she belongs to the universe. Southside is the universe. Southside kids can have mullets, the jabs, beads, and fades. Southside kids can have parents who pray to every kind of divine understanding. Southside kids dance to old school music and under the wings of majestic puppets, and the sound of their footsteps shudder the asphalt beneath them, and under the cement and gravel and earth is wound. Is a thing people stop talking about. Is a thing that haunts and holds and freezes. Southside be outside, soft side be soft side. It's a small ask, but a certain one. To be held in a hug that doesn't feel like it will ever let you go. A type of embrace that allows you to melt away all ego and armor. Be a vulnerable human supple thing. I would be your soft thigh for you to rest your head on, and it would be outside and warm. We would be near the water glowing in the moonshine. I would press my fingers along your head and help the thoughts slow down. You would melt into me, and I would be so quiet, but we would be saying so much. The last time you found me, I was up too early and it was morning dark, but there were stars to wander under, and you know how I am. You know how I like to be with things sparkling in the darkness, how I like to listen to the darkness and what it says. You told me I wouldn't disappear you. I sweep the dirt pretty for you, sprinkle the earth you walk on with starshine. I want you to feel that you belong, that you can be soft, that you can be still.
I hope, beloved, that gave you a little bit of a window into what Reverend Jay and I experienced at the invitation of colleagues in Minneapolis. That was among one of the incredible moments of grounding and the clear resilience, although the cost of resilience is high, is it not? But the clear resilience among the people there, even today, even this morning, as we gather now, knowing there has been yet another murder at the hands of ICE.
Truly, I mean, I think as we have been trying to make efforts here, the fight continues, and I can honestly say I'm grateful to have served with you, Robin. Uh, you know, and I want to be transparent, right, in the sense that I know that this is oftentimes the work that Robin gets the opportunity to do, and I find that doing this work together, you know, we were able to have such a balance because we had a framework of care and then this idea of justice, and our humanity rests there. And I'm just curious, Robin, you know, what came up for you most, and what was maybe one of your biggest highlights while we were there?
Well, I think that the first thing that I am continually made re-aware of is to ground in our history, and to know the history of a place. And I try to be very intentional, one, that I do not go somewhere unless it is at the invitation of those who are most impacted in that place. And in this case, there was a clear call, in particular for faith leaders to come. But then part of the work of those of us, if we are going to a place that we are not from, is to learn the history of that place as much as we can, so that we have the layers of understanding. And I was appreciative of Brother Jim Bear and some of the education that he gave to us, sharing with us in 1862 this 6-week war against the Dakota people by the U.S. government that ended with the marching of 1,700 Dakota women and children were marched into a space in Bodote, which is where the Mississippi and Minnesota rivers converge. It's a very sacred place, but this sacred place was turned into a concentration camp for those women and children. They were held, 1,700 people were held in a space about 2 acres. So you think about how packed in people were without any supplies for living. And over the course of those weeks, over 300 people died. And now the Whipple building, which has been constructed to detain as a concentration camp, let's be clear, for immigrants, is built on the site of where those Dakota women and children were marched. And so knowing that history in a place, I think that was one of the moments that, you know, as I have gone as I've been invited to be in different places around the country, we hear the story again and again of the genocide perpetuated by the US government against indigenous people, of those places then being used as concentration camps, Japanese internment camps, and now being used as detention centers. And so I think grounding first in that history, and I appreciated what Jim Bear said, that, on the one hand, we could despair at that, right? Like it's happening again and again. And I know many of us woke heavy with despair this morning at yet another murder after we've done this incredible visible resistance together. But I think that one thing that I really appreciated that Jim Bear reminded us, and that so many of the speakers reminded us again and again, was that if trauma is in many of our genetics, right? If this trauma is in our history, so too is resilience in our history.
Mhm.
And that's not to neglect the cost of that resilience or the horror of its source. And yet, as much as we acknowledge the trauma and let the tears flow and feel the despair, we can also ground and root ourselves in the truth of our resilience.
Mm. Take that in. That's good. That's good. Yesterday, as some of you may not know, I'm still here in Minnesota. And last night we had a moment of hypervisuals being done throughout the Minneapolis and city region. Of course, it went larger, and folk who joined the cause nationwide. It was very well felt. But I can tell you there's a lot of grief, and there's a lot of heavy hearts. And being, it's one thing to have lived here for some time prior to coming to Beacon. I have a story and a connection with Minnesota that really is moving, and it is home in some aspects, and I couldn't shake it while I was there, just to witness a place that I have known, that I honestly have situated in my mind. Nothing like this would have thought in my head would have happened like this in Minnesota. Not Minneapolis. It's Minnesota nice. It's the place where folk are, doing what they need to do. And I and it's not to say we didn't have George Floyd. It's not any of those things. It's to really say that there is a culture here that really is interested in reconciling its culture, reconciling its differences, and trying to find means to continuously push that dialogue of shared community and interconnectedness. And here last night, the neighborhoods had asked, for us all to join. Last night, we had 150 people on a corner, lighting candles, singing, lifting up words of affirmation, and holding close and near and dear. And interesting enough, fascinating, I will say, if you will, even in all that grief, all that heaviness in the atmosphere, after we had just done a powerful demonstration, ICE was right back into this formation of harm, murder, violence, and 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 once again, brokenheartedness. And it was humbling to be the minister in that moment, to actually have to offer a whole line of prayer, uh, a whole line of people actually coming forward and just, I need encouragement, I need words, I need a prayer. And meeting them where they were, Robin, has been such a powerful thing here. And I just want to paint that picture physically for us, that even if it's somebody, even if you're reaching out, even if you're texting somebody, we can do the work of being resistance through our actions, and we can also do it by also offering care. And I want to continue to allow for, really push on y'all to continue to think that way about our humanity as a whole, to do this work around resistance and care. Both work simultaneously to offer healing.
Yeah, I think that there's real power in the ritual, in the rituals of community. Um, and sometimes that means reconsecrating space. I hear that's what you did, Reverend, with the 150 folks who were gathered. Sometimes those rituals remind us of our humanity and one another's humanity. And that becomes really important. Um, and sometimes those rituals remind us of our own power. I mean, I think that there has been the goal of this group is to make us think we are powerless, but we are not. And and the very murder that happened, the very reaction that we see of ICE right now, the very decision that they've made to go to a place like Minneapolis, St. Paul with such enormous force shows us not their strength, but their weakness. Because ICE is not going out in massive numbers across the country. They're picking isolated places where they can brutalize people and overwhelm them and publicize that because they believe it will make us feel powerless and then give up our power. And so I think the importance of those rituals is to remind us of our power. And we each have power in this system in this moment right now. Some of us cannot go to Minneapolis. For some of us, that's not our calling. We talked about this the other Sunday. But we can refuse to give our business to corporations that are not only complying, but cooperating and profiting in this moment. So boycott Target. I know how much some of y'all love them, but they are allowing ICE to use their parking lots to deploy in Minnesota. They're a Minnesota-based company too. Don't give Target your business. Don't book Delta. Delta is funding and getting money to deport people on their airline to use their planes. Don't give Delta your money. Don't give Home Depot your money. Right? So let's each do our research and learn about these companies. I hope folks will put information in the chat right now and share with one another. Don't give these companies your business. A big part of yes, we were there to witness as faith leaders, but also there was an organized economic boycott happening at the same time we were there. And we are moving as a country across these communities toward a general strike. In order to do that, in order for it to be effective, we need individual consumers now to make collective decisions in the consciousness of the impact of each and every dollar that we spend in these companies who have blood on their hands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say at the end of the day, that has been a move that we have had to make, really big moves like this, not going to Target. Many folk, even Fountain Baptist has even joined somewhat of that movement as well. I want to share that there are other Jersey congregations that are getting into that practice. It is a practice to push people on ethics and compliance. Make sure that we want to make sure that our values really match our practice. And that's what's important. It's the foundation to really shifting us out of a system into a
Okay.
culture that actually really cares about our wellness, our well-doing, and our welfare. So, I don't want to add too much to that because I know where we are in time, but I want to honor that and uplift that as well in affirmation.
So there's many more ways to be involved. There's much more that Rev J and I can share about our experience. We're going to continue to share in our social hour following this service with a Zoom where we'll be able to also hear from those of you who have been tuning in and the experiences and wisdom that you have. As we've shared, conscience is discerned in the collective, in the community in our tradition. So we want to create a space that we can listen to one another. And that's why we wanted to be in dialogue this morning too, rather than a single sermon, really to just begin to share some of our experiences, the call upon our hearts. And the final thing I would say is that Minneapolis, and I've said this before, is all of us. We know what we've already been through in New Jersey, and we know, unfortunately, that more ICE agents are being sent to New Jersey, and that Fort Dix is being prepared in South Jersey to be a detention facility for up to 3,000 people. And so we have work to do, beloved, here in New Jersey. We want to make sure that you sign up for those rapid response trainings that are coming up, that will be in our communications. It's time for all of us, even if we don't think of ourselves as activists, to be trained, because when it is down the street, it is all of us. It's in all of our communities. It doesn't matter whether you think of yourself as an activist. This is just about being a community member.
Presence.
Presence in this time. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
So I hope you'll join us for the social hour. And Rev J, I want to thank you for staying in Minneapolis a bit longer. We are praying for your continued safety. Beacon, we will let you know. Reverend J is, I don't want to share travel plans for security reasons right now, but we will let the congregation know when Rev J is in another place and safe. And I look forward to being in that other place with you, to not be too mysterious, beloved, this morning. We have a song now that we want to share with you, which is in part of the Solidarity Singers and the work of the Cairo Center and Peace Poets. And my friend and colleague Lou Aya, who creates incredible movement songs and is part of a work in the Coalition to End Child and Family Detention, who over 6,000 children and parents are detained right now in the United States. And folks don't often realize the magnitude of child detention that is occurring in our name in the US government right now. And so Lou Aya has been working with this coalition to create resources for all of us to use when we gather outside detention facilities, music, poems, incredible resources for those very rituals that Rev J was describing with us. And this is a medley of songs that are used in these movement spaces outside these detention facilities as rituals, including in Dilley, Texas, where hundreds of children are being detained right now in the United States in the year 2026. So I hope you take the strength from this and also create it as a learning moment. Look up the Peace Poets, look up the Cairo Center, and learn these songs so that we can sing together. And so with that, I also want to give thanks for Dana Moore, who has been providing all kinds of tech support to us this morning, pinning and unpinning, spotlighting and taking us off spotlighting and playing those videos. And with that, we give you this song and then we'll close with a benediction, beloved.
Oye, mi gente, escucho mamá canto, yo escucho sus palabras. Ella dice basta, no a la matanza. Cálmense mis hijos, piensen en mañana. La esperanza vive en los ojos de chiquitos. Otro mundo es posible, ya está escrito. Like the San Patricios fighting for the Mexicans. Forget a flag, man, freedom what I represent. Oye, mi gente, traemos la fuerza. La libertad es mi única bandera. Rise up, México, matando México. No humanity will ever be illegal. We belong, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong, we belong, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We will protect each other, and we will be everything we need. And we will protect each other, and we will be everything we need. United we stand, together we grow. From the tip of your sword to the curve of my bow, I will protect you as if you were my own. You will protect me with every fiber of power that you hold, because we are not alone in the future that we build, because the earth will inherit the meat still. So power to the people, power to the organizers. From Ferguson to peak scale, we will ignite the masses. Like fire to matches, ride the phoenix to heaven. From the dust of these ashes, we will fight like Cassius. Turn Muhammad so we get what we're promised and be all we can be. We will fight till we're free. We will fight till we're free. We will fight till we're free. No están solos, no están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos, no están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos, no están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. La liberación, la liberación, la liberación, for the people, la liberación, for our children, la liberación, la liberación. Right on, right on.
Beloved, as we close this brief time that we have shared, I invite you to take those objects that ground you, or if you're sharing a space with someone, to take their hand, or perhaps just extend your hands out toward the screen with me. I'm holding the name Adam Preddy on my heart and my soul right now. I'm holding the name Jean Wilson Brutus on my heart and soul, who died in Newark in Delaney Hall, the camp right here in New Jersey. I'm holding the names of generations, as I'm sure you are. Generations, yes, of trauma, but also generations of resilience. And here in this moment, let us call upon that love that is our source and ultimate return. May that love hold us, fill us, guide us, animate our very beings such that it is a gift that overflows us, one that we give freely to all whom we meet, until we are given the grace to gather, to refill, to refuel together once more. Blessed be, beloved. Go in love. Amen.